Okay. Okay. Are we live? Okay, you see me, you see the screen. Man, I have just been Googling the shit out of this. Okay, so you see my create content like a mother trucking boss, right? All right, I think, okay, so hopefully I can take you through this and we can get this situated. Okay, so you see two screens. You see me, you see that. Awesome. I'm trying to keep Facebook open as well so I can see your comments at the same time, because otherwise I cannot see your comments. But, all right, guys. So, thank you for hanging out with me while I troubleshooting that. But I always feel like I like you to be able to see who's speaking at the same time as we're sharing. So one of the things that I think sets me apart from, and actually a lot of people on our team apart from other coaches, is my content and social media. Social media is everything. It is how you build. It's how you build your tribe. It's how you're going to build your business. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit of how I go about creating content, and hopefully will help you figure out how to create content like a boss without wasting all your damn time. Please comment if you can see this still, because this is something that's I've never done this before. So I have like a million screens open right now, and I want to make sure you guys can see me. Yes. Okay, so Karen says, yes, you can see me. Other people, can you guys just keep commenting, say amen when I say something that you like keep commenting, because I want to make sure that you guys are seeing this as I'm talking throughout, okay? So, how to create content like a boss. This is, first of all, you can see this is, I took a screenshot of some of my latest posts. I'm going to walk you kind of through how I decide what to put up. And the first thing is, you got to take a lot of selfies, okay? I know when I first started Beachbody coaching, I made fun of people that took selfies. I thought it was narcissistic. I also was the kind of person who, I was super insecure. So then I would put down other people. So if someone was loving on themselves and seemed narcissistic by taking a lot of selfies, really what I was probably envious of was that kind of self-love. But now that I've worked on myself and I've done a lot of personal development, and I love myself now, some days more than others, but I try to love myself pretty hardcore every single day. I take selfies like a boss. I do it all day long, and I need you guys to do it as well. I know that there's a lot of people, and I can tell who's insecure when someone reaches Emerald or goes to, there's people who get to Diamond, and I go and I'm trying to put their shout out graphic together, and there are no selfies of them anywhere to be seen. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and need you to send me some selfies, because it's just you far away, or you with your kids, or you with your family, or you sweaty selfie. But when I say take a lot of selfies, I mean more than just selfies, but I want to see a lot of photographs with you. I want to see more than just sweaty selfies. I want to see more than you just in your fitness clothes. Sometimes put your hair down. Sometimes make yourself up. Get ready once in a while. I know that, a lot of people do work outside of the home, have full-time jobs, but there's also a lot of moms here that are full-time moms, or there's people that are doing Beachbody full-time now. And you want to create a lot of variety in your posts. So what you don't want is the exact same sweaty selfie posted, the same angle every day. That's just not, it's not entertaining. It's not interesting. It's boring. So you try to put your hair down sometimes, put your hair up, get ready, do your makeup, do whatever, buy cheap, fun fitness clothes. So if you're wearing the same outfit every single week, and it's, dark and old and whatever, what I want you to think about is you are creating a magazine, okay? You're curating a magazine, and you want people to buy into your magazine, and they're not going to buy it if it's dark and gross and it's the same content over and over and over again, they're not going to buy it. They're not interested. They're not going to keep picking it up. So if you don't have to spend a lot of money on fitness clothes, but like Fabletics is a great resource. They are, you can get like your first 2 leggings for $30 or something like that. Yes, Lori says part of why she wears lashes daily. Exactly, you guys. And I'm going to take a shit ton of selfies of today because I have my hair and my makeup done, which isn't always the case. But buy new clothes every couple months. Like, treat yourself to that. It's a business expense and it's a tax write-off. But it is part of your job to look the part, but don't also only wear fitness clothes. You want to wear more than just fitness clothes because most people that are watching you don't live in fitness clothes all day. And so, it's not super relatable. So yes, have fun clothes, but also wear some other things too. And it does not have to be expensive. Like, yes, Melinda says, get cheap stuff from Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Those places give me anxiety. I don't like shopping through those racks. I actually think Amazon, like, I'm an online shopper, they have some cheap stuff too that's super cute. And then you can invest in some pieces of really nice clothing if you want that would make great photo. I'm not even kidding. When I had my baby shower, I thought about things that would make, like, I'm thinking all the time about photos now and what would look good on social media. And I'm sure Lori and Letty and Leticia and everybody still thinks about this too, like what would look good on social media. So when I register for things, I love bright floral colors. You can see, like, this is a snapshot of some of the things I put up. So obviously I like really bright, lots of pink colors. So when I registered for baby shower stuff, I said it at the shower, like, oh, this is gonna be so good in photos. So think about that when you're shopping for things. And your vibe doesn't have to be my vibe, but my vibe is color. So I try to stick to that. Find a freaking window, you guys. Make sure that you are using natural light, bright white. This photo of Emily here, this selfie, is in front of a ring light. If you get to diamonds, that is what I gift my diamonds. But if you don't have if you're not on my team or you don't have a ring light, that's also invest in your business. Every cent that you make in your first year or two should be invested back into your business if you want your business to grow. Ring lights for indoor lighting to make it brighter are huge. So that's what Emily used with this. But just go take a selfie in front of a window. It is amazing how much different and eye-catching it is if you have light, bright white, kind of clear photos, or even get outside rather than, under this dark yellow dingy lighting that's just not eye-catching. It's not and you also have to think you want people to want to be a part of it. And if you, oh, that's a great tip. Yeah, Lori said, I open the dang fridge and stand in front of it. Yeah, I saw Shalene Johnson used to do that on her Snap all the time. That fridge lighting is great lighting, but it's bright white light because you have to think as people are scrolling, are they going to stop on a dark, murky, yellow, muddy photo or a bright, eye-catching one that has crisp, an inviting look? Make sure that you're smiling. In most of your photos, you should be smiling. Again, you want to be inviting. Even if you have a shitty day and your post is going to be about something that is a struggle, it should be something that, if you are just your photo, I see people all the time oh, I'm exhausted. Okay, but no one wants to join your party. No one wants to ride your bus to wherever you're headed if you look like you're miserable. Same thing when you take post-workout sweaty selfies, smile in them. Even when the workout was hard and you wanted to kill yourself the whole time because it was so exhausting, smile, because nobody wants to do what you're doing if you're selling misery. And that is what you're selling when you are frowning and looking awful and exhausted. Okay. You have to just think what is the message that people are picking up on this? So make sure you're smiling. And when you smile, look into the camera. What I'm trying to do now is look right here. If you see me, look right into my camera instead of at me, which is over here, or at my camera. So when I'm taking a photo, I'm looking, if you have an iPhone, I'm looking up here. I'm not looking at my face. I'm looking up into the camera. Eye contact, because people can see the difference. It's a very small thing, but it makes a big difference. You can ask people to take pics of you. John is not a fan of it and he's not the best at it, but sometimes what I need is a photo taken of me where it's not just a selfie, a right up close every single time. Oh, Ali said I painted my extra bedroom for to stand out in pictures too. And the other Ali said that too. Yeah. And also another thing, you know, it's not always selfies, but if you're going to take pictures of your food, I see Beachbody coaches do this all the time. Their food is like, food is hard to make look beautiful. And if you're doing it in your kitchen under like artificial yellow lighting, it doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look like, nobody's like looking at that like, ooh, that looks yummy. They're like, okay, whatever, right? Scroll, scroll, scroll. You have to think about what is going to stop somebody's scroll. So take your food to a window, take your food outside, you get outside yourself, use your self timer on your phone. Make sure you have a good phone. I think the iPhone takes great photos. I've heard okay things about the Samsung. I don't understand why anybody would not have an iPhone. I feel like iPhone makes your life so much easier, but up to you if you don't want to have it, but make sure you are, you're not using like a flip phone, like this is your store. Social media is your store. So your photos are what are going to either get people to come to you or have no interest in what it is that you're sharing. Okay. So yeah, Lori says auto timer or video. Yeah. So actually I did that earlier. I went into Instagram and I took a video of me with the hands-free thing because of that filter. So I don't know if you can see this. I took this video of me posing. Can you see in here? Okay. So I'm like posing because I'm gonna screenshot a couple of these. Okay, because the lighting is good right here. I like this. So this is me. It's a 15-second video of me just posing. I'm gonna screenshot some of those things, and those will make it into onto my social media later. So think about that. Ask people how you use your timer. Use bright white light. Smile. Look happy. Look inviting. And here's a few different ways that you can do it. So Lori took a selfie, fitness kind of selfie. You can see this is a fitness selfie that isn't sweaty selfie, right? And this is indoor, but it's by a window. You can see it's light and bright and eye-catching. Leticia, I think, play around with angles. So she got low here. She went outside. She put her phone on a timer, and she's using a prop. So she's using a product placement. She doesn't even necessarily like talk about this in here, but that people see you drinking your shake, and you don't always have to be like Shakeology, I'm kissing my Shakeology. If you're just holding your Shakeology in your photos and people start seeing that, or they see it in the background of your photos, or you're holding your yellow unicorn crack, it's creating curiosity. People ask about that, but play around with angles, right? Emily, here she set up, I'm guessing this is a self timer, or maybe she asked Dylan to take this photo of her. She has a ring light here set up in the corner. You can see she's got her dogs. Like, this is on brand for her. And this was a business post. So she's sitting down and doing her girl boss stuff, but like, that's inviting, right? And you can see it's dark outside. You can see the window, it's dark, but that ring light brightens things up. And then there's apps that you can use as well. I love Snapseed, where you can actually brighten specific areas of a photo and oversaturate specific areas of photo. You can blur specific areas. I love Snapseed. There's a ton of other photo editing apps that are great. But this is an indoor, dark at night with a timer or somebody, maybe it was Dylan taking a photo of her, but it's kind of a selfie, but it's a different angle, right? It's not just her face again. This is a kind of fashion-y photo, a lifestyle photo that Tanya has taken by somebody else in portrait mode. And on iPhone, if you have, and actually some people on Instagram have this too. Oh, Emily says Dylan took it. Dylan needs to train John. This is portrait mode, and then on Instagram there is something called focus on your Instagram story, but Letty and Aram didn't have it, so not everyone does. But what it does is it focuses on the front object and makes the background stuff blurry. So like the leaves and everything are blurry, right? So this is taken by somebody else with portrait mode. And how professional does that look? So you don't need to get professional headshots, but just get creative with your angles. Also, like Letty did here, and kind of Emily did here and Jamie did here, but use props. So babies, babies and dogs, and like branding things are great. So hold your kids, include your dogs, include the things that you're drinking, spice it up, just change things up. This is Autumn. She put a lifestyle photo creating FOMO. Like, how happy does Autumn look here? Don't you want what she's selling? Don't you want that kind of life? Like, she's there like living with her husband. This is another selfie. It looks like it was put on a timer. And she's creating FOMO by it. Like she's out living life, doing whatever it is that she's doing. And, you know, stop, drop, and selfie. But don't just stop, drop, and like this one angle selfie. There's lots of different ways to selfie because that same sweaty post-workout bathroom, bedroom selfie, it's not interesting. It's not like, nobody cares that you're getting your workout in every single day and you have your red face. Like, you want your stuff to be appealing. Also playing around with angles. So sometimes your selfie doesn't even include your face. Sometimes it's your body or your toes or, you know, whatever. Like, I noticed when I was going and trying to find these things, like there was lots of people like sitting in like hammocks with their feet and coffee or their Shakeology or whatever. So, you know, there's lots of different ways to include you that aren't just that standard blanket selfie. Like these are all selfies, but done in different ways. And you can see they're all like light, bright, fun, inviting. Like I want to be a part of every one of these babes' world, right? Thank God I am. Yeah, Letty needs some babies. Do it for the gram. Okay, tips to stop being a basic B, basic rules. You are the main subject of your social media. Not Beachbody, not your kids, not any of our products. Like don't hide behind our products in the same way you don't hide behind, oh, that's a typo right there. In the same way you don't hide behind your kids. Like you, at the end of the day, and you will hear this all week, and you've probably heard this a whole bunch, you are the only place that we can get you, that you are what we are selling. Your life is what we are selling. We are not selling Beachbody programs and shakes. You are not selling a perfect, easy life. You are not selling no struggles. You are not selling no temptations. You're not selling 100% willpower. You are a human being and you need to start sharing your human journey, and it needs to be mostly you. So yes, split, you know, break it up and include your kids and include your animals and include your family and what you're doing and like scenery and include those things, but it should be mostly you. Some kids, some pets, whatever, but mostly you. Don't be afraid to have an opinion, you guys. I remember when I first started talking about drinking, so you can see this photo of me here. This is with an old fashioned on Easter, but when I first started talking about how I like to drink, I was really kind of wary about if people would relate to that, how that would resonate with people, because I am a fitness coach and I hadn't really seen any, and I still don't really see, except for on our team and with Letty, I don't see a lot of fitness coaches preaching balance that much. And so I wasn't really sure how to do it. But like when I was hearing like people say, come up with 5 things that make you that aren't Beachbody, I was like, well, what do I like to do? You know? And one of the things that John and I like to do is drink. Like we like to go to bars, we like to party, we like to have fun. So I'm like, well, if that's part of it, why can't I just start including it? And now it's a part of my brand. Now people think that like I'm an alcoholic and I have problems with it because I do build up whatever it is that your brand is, right? Like people know about Lori, that she loves popcorn and pizza, right? It's not like that's what she's eating 24/7, but you build it up because that's a part of your brand. Letty's curly hair is now a part of her brand. But anyway, you can have an opinion even if it's not what you see any other coaches doing right now, right? I remember when Amy Silverman first started coaching, like there were no coaches that really looked like her. There weren't coaches that were tattooed and just kind of rough like that. They just didn't exist. But now there's a bunch because you can pave the way for whatever it is that makes you. So have an opinion, evoke conversation, ask people questions, get them talking, get them realizing that there's a human behind that. Now, one thing I will say about that is like, if you make a post and you're like, you know, this is what we're doing this weekend, this is what we're doing today, what are you doing? I have found that people don't really like to share that kind of stuff about themselves. But if you have an opinion, a solid opinion about something, then you're going to get people that don't agree with you that are going to unfollow you, and that's perfect. But you're going to also get people that are closer to your tribe, and they're going to start getting more comfortable talking to you. But in the beginning, I would ask simple things like to evoke conversation and create engagement. I would ask them, you know, like, help, date night tonight. Do I wear option A or B dress, right? Or like, which one do you like more? The gold shoe or the black shoe or whatever, just like simple things that are asking people to engage with you. Ask them like what their favorite, like I'm in the market for a new mascara. What's your favorite mascara, right? I'm looking to get extensions, which I just got. I'm looking to get extensions. Do you have any that you recommend and love, right? Things like that. You're just asking simple questions. And then once they start getting comfortable talking on your social media and see that you're responding back, so you want to in the beginning, I have trouble with it now to keep up with with all my comments, but you want to try to respond with a like, a comment, what something to every single person that engages with you. One, that boosts your algorithm. Facebook and Instagram see that as an engagement and that you're talking and you're trying, there's a connection there and a relationship there. But two, it's going to help those other people that are watching see like, oh, there's a human back there and she's responding to everybody. Like, I want to talk to her too, right? So evoke conversation, ask questions, own your truths. You are totally allowed to be whoever you are. I'm not seeing any comments. Are there still comments coming in? Can you guys still see me? Because I don't see any comments since Letty's comment. The slide that I have up right now, so I made this in the Canva app or the Canva thing on, okay, you can still see me. I made it on Canva. So own your truths, guys. You are allowed to be whatever it is that you are. You are allowed to have struggles. You are allowed to enjoy drinking. You are allowed to not enjoy drinking. You are allowed to be Christian. You are allowed to not be religious. Like whatever it is that makes you're allowed to love pink. I made a post about this a couple weeks ago. I hid the fact that pink was my favorite color for so long. Like I didn't even really know that it was my favorite color. I just thought it was too girly and I didn't want to be labeled as too girly. Like I don't want people to judge me. And so I didn't talk about pink. I never wore pink. I would never talk about that. And now it's like I use it it's my brand color. Like I want pink everywhere. And so just little things like just own those truths, you guys, because what's going to happen is yes, you will get people that are not interested in what you have to say, but what the people that are interested are your people. So when you're trying to talk to everybody, you end up talking to nobody. You end up not relating to anybody. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, the Life Coach School podcast, and she was talking about how she makes them get a really niche market. They're life coaches. She makes them get a really niche market. And this girl wanted to do like health professionals that wanted to lose weight. And she was like, no, that's not specific enough. Like you need female doctors that are currently practicing in this age range that want to lose weight. That's your niche market. And so then she was like, okay, like it seemed really narrow, but now she is like, she has more clients than she knows what to do with because they find her and she has a podcast now. And she's like, I get people that are coming to me. Like I get male lawyers that are coming to me and I'm not marketing to them. I'm not talking to them, but they're still relating with my content. So that's cool. You will get people probably outside of your niche, but you must make sure that you narrow that niche in. So my niche is a female. Now it can be a mom or like around mom age, but like 28 to 45 is probably my niche market. Female, likes to party, likes to live a life of balance. Like I'm not trying to attract some paleo or vegan or like, that's not me, right? So she lives a life of balance. She likes to party. She likes to have fun. She has a sense of humor. She has a little bit of trouble with confidence, interested in fitness, but basically my niche market is me. I'm only looking for other me. So own your truth, have an opinion, know that that's going to turn some people off. That's perfect because the people that you're turning off are not your people. Okay. Share the 4 vital behaviors. Now, you don't have to talk about them being the 4 vital behaviors. I don't recommend saying the names of Beachbody products. I don't recommend saying Shakeology and, 2B mindset. And this is just, again, my tips. I know that there are some successful coaches that do say the names of things, but I don't like to say the name. Like that's what we call it, unicorn crack, right? We call it like pre-workout crack instead of energize. So talk about the fact that you're pushing play every day. Talk about it being I'm pushing play on my boot camp or whatever. I'm following my meal plan, I'm following the 21-day fixed meal plan. And the reason that I do this is because I was the kind of person, and I talked about this yesterday, that if I knew what somebody was doing and I wanted to do it, I would have Googled it and never, ever would have reached out to a stranger for help. So talk about the 4 vitals, talk about how you're growing and changing and evolving through personal media. Talk about how, you're bragging on people that are killing it in your group. Even if you're not hosting a group, if you're in a group right now, you can talk about like bragging on them. You can, and a great place to do this is in your Instagram stories. If you guys are not doing Instagram stories, you are missing the boat. You can do Snapchat as well, but I just found Instagram stories to be more impactful. I just feel like it's easier for me. I do prefer Snapchat, but if you're not Instagram storying, you're effing up. Make sure you're Instagram storying. So I talked about trying to connect with everyone, stand firm in your beliefs. Like, I believe that pit bulls are an amazing breed. And if anybody comes on my page and says, like, don't you think it's irresponsible to walk your pit bull off a leash? Then I block them, because no, F you, I do not think that. I think pit bulls are amazing. Like, I stand firm in my beliefs about certain things, right? And if anybody comes on and wants, like, I posted something about Black Lives Matter, and there was all these people that were all pissed about it. I'm like, hey, kind of block. Like, I'm not saying cop lives don't matter. I'm just saying every life matters, and I'm down with the movement. Like, you are allowed to stand firm in your beliefs, knowing you're going to turn people off, but you are also really, like, every time you turn people off, every time you have an opinion and people speak up about it, there's going to be people that don't like you. Cool. But then the people that you are trying to find are going to find you, and they're going to stick with you. Try to add value. Like, again, that's, I think, why you want to make sure you're doing more than just a sweaty selfie, and more than just like, everything's great and rosy, I got my workout in today and it was like, you guys can do it too. Like, motivation and inspiration, it's boring, it's bland, it's frankly, it's dumb. You don't stand out. So talk about, why did you show up today, right? Like, what was a struggle that you were facing? How did you get through it? Did you follow a meal plan today, or did you go have a burger and fries? And how did you make that work for you? Like, serve your tribe, share with people how you're making this work for you, how you're making this lifestyle, this coaching, your busy mom world, like all of that work for you, and the struggles that you're overcoming to do it. You can share your struggles. I encourage you to share your struggles, but you have to spin it to win it. So if you have a shitty day, you are not allowed to just come on and complain about it being a shitty day. You have to come on and say, like, I had a bad day, and here's what I did about it. Like, or I had a bad day, but tomorrow's a new one, and I got my workout in today. I still showed up for myself. I treated myself well. I'm going to call it a night early, because I know tomorrow is a new day, and I can't wait to make that one the best day ever, right? I remember, like, when I had a miscarriage, I shared about that, and that's an awful, devastating thing. But you can't just go on and talk about how miserable you are. You have to kind of think about yourself as a ray of sunshine, because everybody has their own struggles. Everybody is dealing with their own bullshit. Everybody has problems. So I shared that we had a miscarriage, but I shared I at the end of it, like, I have total faith in the universe. I know that's not the baby for us, that the right baby is coming. And turns out she did. Her name's Revi, and she's the freaking best thing ever. So you have to think about, like, when you are going to share a struggle or a bad day or something, like, you have to spin it to win it. And also, you're no longer allowed to complain about things that don't matter. I've seen coaches, like, during political season, campaign season, that are like, I'm so over this political male. That's your status update? Cool. Who the F does that inspire? Nobody. Nobody cares about how over it you are. Like, misery loves company. Let the miserable people be, comfortable and hang out together. You are not going to be piling on to that. You are going to be a ray of sunshine and positive. So yes, share your struggles, spin it to win it. I mentioned don't hide behind the product. And at the end of the day, you guys, again, you are not just a Beachbody coach. I am a Beachbody coach. I'm not just a Beachbody coach. I am also a wife and a friend and a mom and a dog mom, and somebody who has overcome depression, somebody who likes to drink, somebody who loves her family, somebody with a crass sense of humor. I like to swear. I am all kinds of things, and I'm also a Beachbody coach. So make sure your social media is talking about all of those things. And if you're stuck on what to post about, think about, like, who is the old you? The old Ashley was depressed, insecure, working a corporate job, living basically paycheck to paycheck, had a ton of debt. That's the old me, right? What am I currently struggling? So that's when I'm going to craft my posts. I'm talking to those Ashleys. Not every post, but some of my posts, I'm talking to those Ashleys. What are you struggling with right now? What was the struggle you had today? Were you low on time? Were you low on sleep? Did the babies not sleep last night? Were the kids sick and whatever? Is there a lot of homework? Is the dog vomited? Like, I don't know what you're struggling with, but what are you struggling with today? What's your biggest excuse? Is it time? Is it money? Is it motivation? Is it lack of support? What's your biggest excuse, and how are you conquering it, or how will you conquer it? What are you hopeful about? A lot of people don't know how to coach about or share about coaching, but, like, one of the things that coaching did before it really changed my life financially in any way was it allowed me to dream. It allowed me to be hopeful and think about what I wanted with my life, and the fact that I had control over that. You know, how did you win today? How did you show up and win for yourself today? So think about all of these things, and that should be in your caption. Those should be like, you want to have great photos, yeah, but then you also have to have a great caption to go with it. So, oh, why does it look like this? This is messed up. It's supposed to be different. But speaking of, what makes a good caption, okay? So short and sweet one-liners. Such as, diamonds were a girl's best friend, but then yoga pants happened. And this, instead of, so what I see a lot of coaches doing is posting like a meme saying that, which is fine. But if you're doing that all the time and you're not putting enough of you in your photos, then it's boring. So, and remember, you're selling you. You're not selling like inspiration and motivation and Beachbody. You're selling you and your lifestyle. So what I would do if I were going to do this was, diamonds were a girl's best friend, and then yoga pants happened, and it would be me in some yoga pants, in some new workout types that I got, right? Like happy, smiling, bright, colorful, by a window, maybe outside, right? Negative wording. I never thought I would feel comfortable in my own skin, ... until now. But things have changed or whatever, right? So these are like impactful things. Ask a question. Have you ever felt like you had no control over your life? I know 4 years ago, I didn't. I was going through the motions and I was checking boxes. When I was climbing that corporate ladder, I just felt like I was showing up every day to be a number in a chair. Now, things are different, right? Use emotional power words. Powerful, like things that are really gonna evoke emotion. I was destroying my body until I discovered my secret. And my secret, and you know, like I was destroying my body until I discovered my secret. And that secret is something that's available to all of us. It's working on self-love. I didn't realize that like the brownie wasn't the bad thing. It was how I felt about myself after I ate the brownie, right? So, and that's my story. I'm an emotional eater, recovering emotional eater. So and that's not going to appeal to everybody. I remember when I started a book club, I had them start reading The Goddess Revolution, and tons of people were like, I did not relate to that book because I don't have an emotional eating problem. And I was like, really? People like exist in the world without that? Like, I just assumed everybody had an emotional eating issue, but there were lots of people that didn't. And that's cool. So if you're not an emotional eater, then that doesn't have to be a part of your brand, but it's a part of mine. Talk in numbers. So 21 days ago, I was not the same girl. Like I've done that, you know, when I did the 21-day fix, or like, where were you 90 days ago? Here's where I was. I was overweight, out of control, addicted to sugar, couldn't fit into my clothes, blah, 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 blah. Here's where I am now. And all it took was showing up for myself every day. Not to be perfect, but just with effort, right? So that kind of stuff. Morgan says, any tips for increasing creativity with captions? So I would say follow several accounts on Instagram, go on Pinterest and find inspiration there. That's what I do. And now you can save posts on Instagram. So I save a bunch of stuff, and I have stuff saved to use for inspiration. So in my Instagram thing, on that far right, you can click on ribbons on that ribbon, and you have collections. And so I have like transformation posts, and I recycle my content. So if I posted a transformation, like I'll update the transformation photo, but I'll use the same caption, and you know, repurpose my content. But I have one for memes. I have one for self-love, like posts I've seen with self-love. I have mom self-love, like from other moms. So I have all these things saved, and I can go there for inspiration. And like I saw Emily posted one the other day that was like she was going on a road trip, and it was her and her friend with all these like treats and candies and snacks. And the caption was, if you aren't like acting like a 9-year-old with $100, every time you go on a road trip, you're not acting like a 9-year-old with $100 in a candy store. Are you even an adult, or are you even road tripping or something? And I'd seen that meme, but instead of her putting the meme up, she used that meme as her caption for her photo. More personalized and also witty and funny, right? So that's what I use for inspiration for my captions. Okay. I've said this a million times. You're going to hear it a million more. You are the only place we can get you. I talked about this yesterday, but your goal is not to sell Beachbody. Your goal is not to be the highest earner at Beachbody, the highest success club, the highest recruiter. Like, your goal is to become your best self. And if some of you realize that Beachbody is not the solution for you, that's cool. Love you. But go find the thing that is your solution. Hopefully it is your solution. It was mine. It was Lori's. It was Letty's. It was Emily's. It was Tanya's. Like, it was so many other people's, right? And so we are lit up by this opportunity, and then we just shine that light outward. And so think about other things that you can share. What is your why? Why are you showing up every day to your fitness, to your business on social media, right? Why are you, doing what you're doing and getting out of your comfort zone? Like think about these when you're posting, and two, let people in and share this with them. So for me, this is my family. Like this is my why. I didn't know it at the time, but I wanted to be a stay-at-home dog mom. And then like, I cannot even imagine Rev's 5 months now if I would have had to go back to work 2 months ago, like right when things were getting good, because babies are freaking hard the first 3 months. They kind of suck the life out of you. They don't give back anything for at least 3 months. It's like the 4th trimester. And right when it was starting to get good, I would have had to go back to work and had somebody else watch her and hang out with her all day. Like, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share why I am motivated to work my ass off, why I am motivated to say, F you, fear, I'm going to show up. And don't just think these things, like share them in your captions and tell it to a story. Tell it to your former self, or how you would tell your best friend. Because again, not everybody's going to relate to what it is that you're saying, but the people that relate are your people. That's all you're trying to do, is find your people. Become a light and shine that light outward. Share, guys, have an attitude of gratitude. That is one thing that we do very differently as Beachbody coaches. We show up grateful every single day. Show up being that ray of sunshine. Show up with positivity. Like, what little things about being a coach has changed your life? And you do not, I think what happens a lot of times when we get really involved in Beachbody, we see all these other coaches doing amazing things and making a lot of money and like recruiting more people and blah, blah. And so then we think like, well, that we're not doing enough. And it's just not true. Like even being accountable, right? Even having like a community to be accountable, because how many diets and plans did you sign up and not finish and quit before Beachbody? And now you've got this group, this community that lifts you up and supports you, and it helps you stay accountable to like your journey. Like that is being a coach. Like share that, have gratitude about it. One of the things that is so great, for us is like, I get to talk about the people this business has brought into my life. I wouldn't have any of these people in my life if it weren't for this business. I did meet Emily when we were in a pageant, but we wouldn't be friends now. She wouldn't be in my life now. I met her one weekend before I was a coach. We weren't even like Facebook friends, I don't even think. And now the people that you see in this photo are some of my favorite people on the planet, and they will be in my life forever. So I can talk about that. You can talk about the people that this business has brought into your life. You can talk about any sort of freedom, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, that this business has brought into your life. So have an attitude of gratitude and talk about that. Share transformations. In the beginning, when you're trying to build your business, you might not have a ton. Share yours. Yours is going to be the most powerful, but don't just share yours. Share other people that you are helping, other people that are in the boot camp that you are in. Share your uplines transformation. Share, anything that I post or anybody else posts, you can talk about that and be like, you don't claim, don't say, check out this girl that joined my boot camp and saw results, if that's not true. Like, don't lie on social media, but just say like, can we give it up for my girl Lori, who killed it in this like 90 days or whatever. She's following the same program I'm doing in my boot camp. Right? So you can still share transformations even if you are a brand new coach. As a diamond, hopefully you have some transformations that you can share. If you don't have transformations, you need to get to work on making your challenge groups better and really spend a lot of time in there, because you want to make Beachbody believers out of people. When people are like, I need working coaches. Look, Emily, me, and Lori, 3 out of the 5 of us started as a discount coach. And we became Beachbody believers first, and then the business followed. And then, Letty and Tanya, I think, were Beachbody believers, and so they were ready to do the business. But Emily, Lori, and myself all signed up to be discount coaches and love the products and had, great transformations. So create Beachbody lifers and work on your challenge groups and getting great transformations. Show consistency. So when people are watching you, because people are always watching, even if they're not commenting or liking or engaging, they're watching you. And one of the things I think Lori Letty is really good at is every single day posting her workout. Every single day, and you see her, you see this journey. Okay, I'm following her. I'm seeing all she's doing is working out from home. She's doing her personal development. Like, show consistency. Even on vacation, they got in their workouts every single day, because they're thinking like, you don't want them thinking I could never do what she does. Make it easy for them. Let them see what it is that you're doing every day to get the results. You're working out from home and 30 to 60 minutes, you're drinking a shake, you're still living life, you're following a meal plan, but you're living life, you're working on your brain. Like, people are like, oh, okay, I can do that. So share consistency, take them on the journey with you. All right. Everything comes back to the vitals, you guys. These are ways that you can share the vitals. But when people are talking to me and they're like, how do I, what do I need to focus my time on right now? Whether you're diamond or beyond, when I was day one to where I am now, same with Lori, Tanya, Letty, Emily, all of us, still are always going to be grounded in the vitals. So be the proof that the products work, you guys. Share your workout. Talk about this, and all of these should be shared on Instagram stories and in photos and posts that you put up, but share workout clips, do fitness selfies, share your workout gear, like an outfit of the day, show your shake, take pictures of you holding your post-work or your pre-workout crack or your post-workout stuff. Hold the product. Again, don't say the name of the product. So if you're going to show your Energizer Bright Yellow, just say, I've got my unicorn crack. Create that curiosity that will make people, because people are going to see it over and they're going to finally be like, message you, or they're going to comment, what is that you're drinking, right? Engagement. Instead of, if you say, got my Energize from Beachbody Performance line, someone's like, oh, okay, cool. Google, cool, I'm going to buy that. They're not going to come to you. So hold the product, create curiosity about the product, but don't talk about it. When I talk about Shakeology, I usually say my superfood shake, or like the equivalent of 5 salads or something like that. I don't say Shakeology, right? Share non-scale victories. That's huge for me. I just posted something right before we went to Mexico about this dress that I couldn't fit into when I started 8A Obsession, and it came over my hips before. So share non-scale victories. You're going to create curiosity about what it is that you're doing by showing this stuff every day. When people come at you and they're haters, don't argue, don't defend. If someone's like, oh, that was photoshopped, or, oh, I see you have a tattoo now and you don't before, like, you're a health and fitness coach who preaches self-love, but yet you make your living off of people buying fitness like shakes and wraps from you or whatever. And I'm like, okay. You don't need to argue or defend what you're doing with anybody. Just block them. Block haters. I block people every single day. Block, 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 block. If they are going to be dickheads, they're not allowed in my world, and they're not your tribe. They're not like, you don't need to defend anything that you're doing. Because you're doing things right, and all you're doing is becoming your best self and helping other people do the same. Personal development, you must put that on loop. Must 100 more times. Do it every day. Every single day, work on your brain. If you have time to do a workout or personal development, which you should be able to do both, but if you have time to do one or the other, pick personal development. It is a game changer. Then share your takeaways on social media. Add value to people, share quotes that you've got, grow as a person, then implement the things that you're learning. Cut out negativity. Like, one of the things that I got from social media was like, certain people don't deserve places in my life. So I had to cut my mom out of my life. That sucks. But my world is better and healthier because of it. And share that. I've shared that on social media. Take notes, go to live events, you guys. If you are not going to Summit, what are you doing? Get to Summit. You need to be at Summit. You need to be at Super Saturday. Next Super Saturday is July 7th and 8th. You need to be there. You need to get to live events. Recognize people. You can share transformations. You can shout out people in your group or in the group you're participating in. You can just shout out friends, family, compliment people, shout out team members as your team grows. I love, you can recognize yourself. Like, this is Emily saying when she was number 5 in the company. This is a post about her being number 5 in the company. So recognize yourself, recognize when you're doing things, recognize when you make Success Club. You don't have to call it Success Club because nobody knows what that means. But, talk about how you helped change 3 lives last month and that you got a prize for it or whatever. Beachbody sends that out. Talk about when you get an invite to a party, like that Success Club party. Talk about those things. Shout yourself out. Recognize yourself. And then compliment people in the newsfeed. Compliment people. Just say, oh my gosh, your kids are adorable, or I love how positive you always are, or your animals are so cute. I love how you love them, right? Just compliment people. And then share, connect, invite. This is the one a lot of people also like to skip. If you don't invite, you don't have a business. And end of story. So on social media, you should be inviting every single day by posting transformations, by putting a hard invite out there, like opening up my boot camp, I've got room for 10 ladies, whatever, hard invite. Put reminders out there. So sometimes I'll do like a fitness, my workout post. And at the last line, I'll be like, don't forget, I have a boot camp starting the 16th. You can join, send me a message, click the link in my bio, whatever. Share the community. So talk about it in your Instagram stories, how you love the girls that, you're checking in with every day in your groups. You can do it like a sneak peek into a coaching or into a challenge group and tell them what to expect. And in your captions, you can say, here's what to expect in my boot camp. Like, here's a picture of my burger. So most of my meal plan is I'm eating clean and salads and drinking water, but I also am allowed to have this burger. I'm going to teach you all these tools in my bootcamp when you join, right? So tell them what to expect. Talk about the connections that you've made and the people that you're meeting. You can ask for emails. Like if you're interested, drop your email below, or ask for emojis. If you're interested, drop, the heart emoji below or your favorite emoji below, and then message them. Send them a private message. Be inviting daily, publicly and privately. All right, so weekly posting plan kind of. Think about things that you can be posting all the time. So you can do like a motivation Monday post, transformation Tuesday. What I'm doing right now is kind of like a stop, drop, and selfie. Let people into your world. What you ate today, what I ate Wednesday. So share some of your food and maybe your meal plan. Throwback Thursday, Thankful Thursday. Thankful Thursday is great because that's when we get paid and rank advancements happen. Feature Friday. So shout somebody out. Or you can do FOMO Friday where you talk about, like after we go to Summit, or those of you who are on the Success Club trip, like talk about the community and how fun that was and how you have a free trip, or, like how much you learned and gained, whatever. So, FOMO Friday. On the weekends, you still want to post, but it could just be like lifestyle, just more kind of what's going on in your world to let people know. And then I put down here, so I would say Sunday, and then also like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are great days to put invite posts out. Don't put them, I don't usually put them up like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because people are not thinking about like, oh, I want to get healthy and fit on the weekend. They're thinking about, I want to party and have a good time. So, but then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, they're thinking about, oh, I just like wish I felt better or my clothes fit better, right? So think about that when you're putting those things out. And then I think sharing results is great. I mean, really anytime sharing results, but I just don't like put them up on the weekend when nobody's on social media. Like people are not on social media Friday and Saturday night. They're just not. So don't put your greatest, posts up on that time. Just try to think about what people are thinking about. So like at the beginning of the week, how do you feel? Before you found Beachbody, how did you feel? Every Monday, you're like today's the day, I'm starting. And then by Sunday, you're like, oh, okay, I'm starting again tomorrow, right? So think about like how you felt and talk to that. And not everything is going to be an invite. So if you haven't read the book yet by Gary Vee, Jab, 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 Right Hook, but you want to like, give value, and then ask. So give value, way more than you are actually asking for an invite to build. So otherwise, because if you're just inviting and you're just doing the sweaty selfie, like Ashley show all the time, you're not providing value. Nobody's interested in that story. Nobody cares. It's not doing anything for them. So one, nobody's watching you. And then when you throw a right hook out, then people are like, I'm not even there to get your right hook. Like I left the ring a long time ago because you've been boring. But also if all you do is throw right hooks, if all you do is like invite, ask for things from people and you don't give, that's like that baby in the first 3 months. All they do is they like take. And I'm like, hey, you're supposed to jab first and then right hook me. But all you're doing is taking. Like it's not fun. I talked about this on here, right? Because I was just having did I talk about the 4th trimester? I hope. Again, I'm not seeing comments for a long time, but hopefully you guys are still with me. Okay, and then finally, you have got to stop caring so much about other people's opinions. Because we really, guys, we get one life. You get one life, and you get to design it how you want. I know that every single one that you see in these photos here, all of our lives were changed by this opportunity. And when you are afraid to put yourself out there and you overthink and you don't share who you are and let people into your world, all you're doing is 1, holding you back from living your best life, and 2, potentially holding other people back from living their best life and finding this opportunity. So just get out of your own way, get out of your head, start just showing up, decide what it is that makes you tick. And some of you might not know because you've been hiding yourself for so long, but you'll learn, you'll start to uncover, like peel back the bits of the onion, right? The onion has that hard, like crusty thing on the outside. Like start with that. You don't have to get right to the heart of the onion yet, but like start with that. Okay. Start with just peeling a little bit and just like half of your onion and just sharing that. But make sure that when you are showing up, they're light, they're bright, they're colorful. It's inviting, that people want to be a part of your world. Create FOMO, like let people see what it is that you're doing and make them want to be a part of it. Okay, again, I'm seeing no comments, so I sure hope people are still with me. But I want you guys to go out. I want you to start showing up on social media in a way that feels authentic to you, in a way that is exciting and inviting. And I can't wait to see, you know, where things go because of it. But bottom line is, let people into your world and let people into who you really are. Don't forget to invite, but don't forget to add value. And that's all I have for you guys today. So your homework is put up a really freaking brilliant post today based off something I said here. Anything. But then I want you to screenshot it. So it should be light, bright, on brand with your style. Again, another thing that I do, and you can see at the beginning up here, this, and this has actually got a filter on it because of the Canva document, but I use like the same filter and kind of color story with all of my, so you want to kind of do that with all of your posts. They should have similar color story, so it's like cohesive, you know, and appealing to the eye, and try different angles. But I want to see your post that you put up, and that's amazing. And then I also, actually, I'm just thinking about this. So share that rockstar post that you're going to put up today, but also I'd love for you guys to go in and screenshot your last, like take your photo grid like this and share what like the last several posts that you put up look like. This is from Facebook. It's not from Instagram, so you can't see. I do have workout videos interspersed in here, but it's on just the photo one. But I'd love for you guys to screenshot that and add that into the comments. And we will try to all give you guys feedback on how you can improve. All right, have an awesome rest of your day. We do have our team call in 2.5 hours talking about how to leverage the launch of the 2B mindset. So check your team page in the events tab. I think we all set up events for that. And we will see you guys there. Okay.